Hey, we're live. Wow.
Yeah. Welcome to Ace Baker.
Very exciting. So
That's very exciting.
my name's Krista, pronouns she, they. I'm one of your judges today. Ta-da.
I'm Sarah. I'm one of the other judges. My pronouns are she, they. I'm really looking forward to seeing our wonderful bakers and what we're going to be judging today. We're just going to be doing a lot of judging, right? Just judging.
Yeah. Going to be judging everybody.
Yeah. We're going to be having an intro video being played to us shortly, I believe, which will tell you all about what Ace Baker is all about, all the different rules. Yeah, we're just waiting to see if that's happening. While we're waiting for that, actually, Krista, can I see your shirt? Because I was like, this looks like something a bit Ace themed. Oh my gosh, I love it. I
was trying to get it in the camera and it felt kind of weird because I'm like just trying to get my boobs up there. But yeah, it's an Ace shirt.
Oh, wonderful. I'm just going to check. Have we got a video ready? Yes, we do. So we've got a video to play for you now, which will tell you all about Ace Baker.
Yeah, so get ready to listen to our lovely host, Blade.
Hello, and welcome to the 2022 Ace Baker Contest. My name is Katie, and I'm here to tell you that in just a few minutes, you will be launched into our fundraising live stream where you will watch some truly wonderful contestants compete for the title of Ace Baker. They will be judged by our completely impartial judging panel on various different criteria, whilst you, our lovely audience, will be able to comment and potentially get the bakers to undertake different challenges. The winner of the contest will not round to choose Ace Baker, something I'm sure you'll all agree is truly glorious, but they will also not have to eat anyone else's baked goods. And once you've heard the rules, you'll probably agree that this is the greatest prize of them all. Confused? That's okay. That's my default life setting. But just because you're all such wonderful people, I'll explain. First of all, what is Ace Baker? Ace Baker is a baking contest that we are live streaming. Our bakers bake, our judges judge. There is a twist, however. None of our bakers and none of our judges are in the same location. As a result, the judges will not actually be able to taste the baked product. So taste isn't as important criteria as you might expect for a baking contest. Second of all, what are we raising funds for? Some of you may have heard of the UK Asexuality Conference, which is being held online this year on the 10th and 11th of September in 2018. Though some of you may have seen it called the International Asexuality Conference last year, because we did go international to coincide with World Pride. The conference is organised by AVEN, otherwise known as the Asexual Visibility and Education Network, and it aims to promote education about asexuality. It aims to provide a space where people can discuss topics relating to asexuality. It aims to provide an opportunity for asexuals and their allies to meet, talk. Completely free to attend. It is open to anyone, regardless of who they are. It is open to everyone, regardless of where they are. However, the conference might be free to attend, but it does cost money to run. Although everyone who participates, everyone who gives up their time, is a volunteer, there are various related running costs, and we are entirely reliant on donations from kind souls, such as yourselves. This live stream is therefore being run in the hope that you might donate a little bit of money, if not in the name of promoting the Asexuality Conference, then in the name of comedy. All donations will go to the running of the conference. None of our wonderful volunteers here today will be receiving any money for their participation. Hopefully they're not also going to receive food poisoning, but we will find out. Finally, what does donating get you? Well, first of all, it hopefully gets you a conference. But that to one side, more immediately, it gets you influence. If the audience donates above certain levels, then our bakers will have to compete and complete certain tasks, some of which you may be able to suggest or vote on. The tasks will vary in nature. They might be embarrassing. They might require creativity. They might require the bakers to eat something they don't want to eat. It might involve them baring their souls to the world in a startling display of intimacy for both the baking contest and the UK. You will find out. And just remember, it is all being done for kicks and giggles. And to be honest, if you think of something amusing that the bakers could do, you could suggest it in the comments. And if a judge picks it up and thinks it's funny enough, they may well make the bakers do it. You'll find out. For those of you who require them, we do have live captions. These can be found by clicking on the CC button on YouTube or clicking on the link in the description below. If neither of these are providing you with captions, please contact us either in the comments or by emailing acebaker.accessibility@gmail.com and we will try to fix that ASAP. So, with all of that out of the way, it's time to read out the rules. The first rule is actually for you, the audience. As you can tell, we want your participation. We want this to be fun for everyone involved. We want to hear from you. However, we should say that racism, aphobia, transphobia, and other forms of hatred will not be tolerated and may result in being banned. We do have moderators watching the stream, so please keep it friendly, light, cheerful. Now, rules for the bakers. Rule number 1. All contestants will have 1.5 hours to bake. They can use this time however they want, so they could do a practice round and a real round. They could bake one single extravagant dish. They could make multiple dishes, whatever they think is going to impress the judges. Rule number 2. All contestants do have to bake something. They can't sit there and sing for 1.5 hours. Their dish will be judged on the following criteria. A. Does it fit the definition of a baked good? So if someone baked a cake, for example, that's probably a baked good. If someone makes fish and chips, it might not be a baked good. B. Cooking methodology. How did they make the cake? So for example, if they use an oven, that might get them points. It's probably a good start. If they set fire to their house to cook the cake, or the baked product, or whatever it is they're making, that might lose them points, because that is dangerous. Do not set fire to your house. C. Is it edible? Now, as I mentioned, the judges can't actually taste the baked products, so we have an honesty policy going here. Either the bakers or a handy person that they have found will try the cakes or the baked products and let the judges know how it turned out. The judges will be interpreting their facial expressions, among other things. D. Appearance of the baked product, not the person. E. There may be extra points awarded for ace-themed-ness. We presume of the cake or the baked product, not the person. But we'll find out. Rule number 3. Donations can influence the bake-off. All donations will be aggregated and will go towards meeting different tier rewards. I'm going to read out the tier rewards. You should also be able to find them in the link below, so please do not feel you now have to write all of this down. The tier rewards are, if we raise £5, that is 5 Great British pounds, all the contestants must wave at the camera and thank the donors. If we raise £15, contestants must share their favourite ace meme or joke. If we raise £25, all contestants must put on a new piece of ace clothing before they can continue baking. If we raise £50, each contestant must answer an audience question. So you will, hopefully, shout out some questions and our judges will pick one. Please try and keep this safe for work. If we raise £100, each contestant must incorporate one of the following ingredients into their dish, and the exact ingredient will be voted on by you, the audience. We will try to keep this safe for work. Banana, lemon, apple, kiwi, cinnamon, mixed spice, toffee/fudge, gummy sweets, a chocolate bar, marshmallows. If we raise £150, we will go into the laps of the gods, which is you, the audience. You may suggest a task, and the judges will pick one. Again, please keep this safe for work. Asking the contestants to strip on camera is not permitted. If we raise £250, then it's another audience question. At £500, the contestants will no longer be able to use one of the following utensils or baking tools to be voted on by you, the audience: forks, knives, spoons, pans, roller, or piping bags. If we raise £1,000, this is where we get intimate. Each contestant must tell an embarrassing story about themselves. If we raise £1,500, it's another lapse of the gods. It's up to you what they do. At £2,000, each contestant must eat a jalapeno, or jalapeno, as some people probably pronounce it. It turns out that I cannot pronounce it. At £2,750, contestants must decorate their cake with their non-dominant hand. If they are ambidextrous, they must use their feet. And the key lesson here is, this is a sad day to be ambidextrous if you're one of the bakers. At £3,500, it is another audience question, and at £4,500, it is another audience-suggested task. At £6,000, all contestants must speak in rhyme for the next 10 minutes. So if you really want this one, please try and time it so that there is more than 10 minutes left of the contest, otherwise you're not going to get the full benefit. And finally, if we hit £10,000 on top of everything else we've made them do, each contestant will have to sing a song about why they should be the next ace baker. Clear as mud? Don't worry, you'll pick it up as you go along. Remember, the aim of the game here is to bake some cakes and have some fun in the name of promoting asexuality education. But I've witted on long enough. You're here for some baking. So, without further ado, let me hand you over to our participants, and I will see you all at the end.
Fantastic. So we've already raised some money for the conference, haven't we, Krista? So we're actually going to be, when we raise £55, we're going to start doing the tier, the different things that the contestants need to do. So shall we introduce our contestants, Krista?
Yeah, let's just get started. You already know us, so we'll start with the bakers.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'd like to bring on screen Daniel. Daniel, are you there? Is Daniel feeling a bit shy today?
Sorry, I don't have any control of when I go on the screen.
You just appear. Hello.
I was like shouting from the background, hoping that someone would bring me on. Yes, I'm Daniel, as mentioned previously. I use he, him pronouns. I identify as homoeromantic asexual. I've probably been baking for as long as I remember. I used to do it from when I was a young child, and no idea where that accent came from. And the fun fact about me is that I have tasted cakes from every country in the world.
Every country?
Every country, all of them, even Vatican City.
Wow, even Vatican City. That is impressive, Daniel. That is like that. Is that on your CV as well? That you tasted every cake? Yeah, it should be. Yeah. Well, great. Lovely to have you, Daniel.
Very classy, very cultured. All right, and our next baker, I believe, should be Maddie. Maddie, you want to come up on screen?
Hi, I am Maddie. I use she, her pronouns. I identify as bi and ace or biromantic when I'm feeling like using one word. I've been baking, again, as long as I can remember. Always did Christmas cookies with my mom. My favorite thing to bake is Nestle's chocolate chip cookies. And my fun fact is that I was secretly the winner of Is It Cake, but just Netflix didn't want to tell anyone.
That's quite the secret. That's quite the thing to keep.
I know.
Are you able to put that on your resume though?
Yeah, well, just because I didn't appear on the actual show, no one's believing me.
Understandable.
Well, it's lovely to meet you, Maddie. Shall we bring on our final contestant? So our final contestant is Paolo. Now, hello, Paolo. Why don't you tell us who you are, how do you identify, how long you've been baking for, and one fun fact about you.
Okay, fantastic. I might have missed I already forgot what the first question is. So, hello, everyone. My name is Paolo. I am not I'm a gay man. I'm a queer man. And the fun fact, right? There's a fun fact. I have created a croque and bouche, which is like profiterole tower that was like 2 meters, I think 2 meters, 2.5 meters high. And yeah, very happy about that one.
Taller than me. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm really impressed. Paolo has very kindly stepped in last minute because unfortunately one of our bakers was not able to make it. I'm actually staying in Paolo's flat right now. So so he's literally right over there in the kitchen. I'm right over here judging him from afar. So maybe I might be allowed to try his cake a bit later. But yeah, thank you so much for stepping in last minute, Paolo. Great. Well, now we've introduced our 3 bakers. I think it's time to get started, isn't it, Krista?
Yeah. All right. Everybody's back on screen. And I guess I'll start baking.
Yeah, you've got an hour and a half bakers. Ready, set, bake.
Bake.
So it's 5:15 here, so British summer time. So that means that our bakers should be finishing at 6:45 p.m. British summer time. I don't know what time it is for you, Krista, where you are.
I am 5 hours earlier. I'm on the east coast of the U.S., so it's roughly 12:15 right now.
Great. Okay. I did do the maths right there. That is an hour and a half. It is going to be 6:45.
Yes, you did.
Good.
Yes.
Good. I can do clock maths today. Fantastic. Great.
You might be saying to yourselves, but they didn't set a timer. And honestly, I'm just hoping the tech team lets us know when they're supposed to be done.
We've been, we've got a tech team who behind the scenes who make sure that this stream could keep running and all the things like the captions keep running. So thank you so much for that. I think I don't know about you, Krista, but I think we have the pretty cushy job. We just kind of just sit here, we judge the bakes from afar, or not very far in my case.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get to eat anything because I'm not living with any of the bakers, but you at least get to eat stuff at the end of this.
I know. I'm actually very excited because this is not planned at all. Because how do you judge a bake from not, because you got to do it on visuals and whether if somebody tries it on their end, whether they feel from their facial expressions.
I'll be honest, I'm not a baker. If they use more big fancy words, that's going to just impress me more.
Yes, absolutely. Actually, so Krista, would you say that your favorite baked good is a cake?
That's a good question. I feel like cakes are for events, if I want to share it with someone. Although I have been known to do a mug cake if I just want to for myself, type of thing where you put all the ingredients in a mug and you microwave it for a minute. Those can be pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. And out of all the cakes, what would you say is maybe your favorites? I'm going to say favorites to give you, because I know it's hard to choose a favorite cake.
Yeah, there's so many different types of cakes. I'm a sucker for chocolate. I'm a big chocoholic. I don't know about you. So I do like a good chocolate cake. But I'm not gonna say no to any kind of cake,
Yeah, absolutely. And anybody who's watching us, if you want to tell us what your favorite kind of cake is, please write it in the comments. We'd also just chat to us about anything, but we'd absolutely love to know what your favorite kind of cake is, or other baked goods. There are other baked goods available, of course. Great. So do we want to see how the bakers are doing? Oh, we got a comment here from Mick. Is it to Paolo's advantage or disadvantage that Sarah gets to taste? Well, that is an excellent question. I don't know. It depends on how well he does.
Does Paolo know your favorite kind of cake in advance?
I don't think I've told him.
What is your favorite kind of cake then?
Well, I think I really like the kind of chocolate and hazelnut ones because I really like Nutella. Yeah.
Oh my God, Nutella is so good.
It is, right? I mean, I do like a good Victoria sponge, you know, it's absolutely classic. Carrot cake, coffee, walnut, you know, I quite like lots of different notes, but I think, yeah, if I was to choose one, probably something like chocolate and hazelnut.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. Every time I have toast or anything that you could spread something on, Nutella goes right on that.
Right. I've noticed in the comment section that I think we might have a few people that told us their favorite cakes. So we have Aussie, which says they say that cheesecake is really good.
Put cheese in anything, I'm there.
Right. We've also got somebody else, Spinning Ninja 2, said red velvet is best, which I'm like, I think red velvet's pretty good as well.
Red velvet's very
That's my
classic.
boyfriend.
Oh, is it? Oh, hello, Daniel's boyfriend.
Daniel's boy, that's very cute that you're here.
Yeah, we love support boys. I don't know. Actually, Krista, should we go and see what the bakers are up to?
Yeah, let's see what the plan is.
Yeah, like Daniel, if we start off with you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. The very
What's the
first.
plan?
Hello. The very first thing I did was measure something wrong and then have to redo it, which was fun. But at the moment, I'm just putting all the things in a bowl and I'm going to whisk them because the base cake recipe that I'm using is going to be fairly simple. It'll be the later stuff which is more complicated.
Sounds very, very intriguing. And we've just had a few more comments come in about favorite cakes. They got Black Forest cake. Oh, amazing. Chocolate raspberry cakes, cheesecake or not.
Chocolate raspberry is such a good combo.
Yes. Have you ever had pancake with Nutella and raspberry though?
Oh yeah, my partner and I are a big fan of making pancakes, and we'll just take whatever fruits in the fridge and throw it on that, and then we top it with like Nutella and syrup and all that good stuff.
Oh, this is making me feel really hungry. We haven't even seen the cake yet. Oh, great. Right, shall we go over to Maddie? Maddie, what's your baking plan?
So I am gonna make a almond and raspberry cake, mainly because I really wanted to make that flavor. I saw it in a cookbook, and when I was asked to bake, I was like, we'll use this as an excuse. And my plan is to throw in some colors to get some in the frosting to represent Ace stuff there. So we'll see how that goes together. But I've just stirred up my dry ingredients, and now I'm getting my wet ingredients, and then we'll mix those all together.
Yes, the two genders, dry ingredients and wet ingredients.
Yes. Oh, amazing. And if we go over to our final contestant, Paolo, how's it going in the kitchen? What's the plan?
So, well, it's a very, very well thought through plan to start with, and it's a Madeira cake, or in general, I was just trying to make something garlic ready cake, which hopefully will be delicious and look like garlic bread. So we'll try. So what I'm doing now is that I've made a like a little base for the cake. So I'm making like a I'm shaping something there where I can actually cook the cake. And then I'm just waiting butter, but vegan butter because I'm dairy intolerant. So we don't want to have a bad afternoon. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
Amazing. Paolo came up with this 3 hours ago. And literally bought the ingredients an hour ago.
The bakers are nothing if not incredibly flexible.
Absolutely.
We did also get more comments about favorite kinds of cake. We have chocolate ice cream cake. You know, ice cream cake, really good. Yeah. And chocolate cake, another vote for red velvet. Battenberg cake, which I'm not entirely familiar with. Do you know what that is?
Oh, yeah, it's kind of a one of the box. Sorry, Maddie, did you want to weigh on this
I
one?
was just saying that's delicious.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit almondy, isn't it? But it's kind of got a yellow and pink. So yellow square, pink square, and then a pink square, yellow square. So when you chop it, it comes out like that. And then it's got marzipan around it, I believe. But yeah. It's a
That
good
sounds
one.
really good.
Ooh, we got also blueberry ace themed cheesecake. Amazing.
Ooh. Anything ace. All right. Well, those are the donation links. Make sure you get donating.
Once we hit £55, we can get started with the different challenges for our bakers.
That's when this competition gets spicy. Ooh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so this is a fundraiser for the UK acecon in the fall. So this is going to be, I guess it's kind of already been explained, but it's basically a convention for all of ACEs. You don't just have to be in the UK. For example, I don't live in the UK. I've been going for a couple years. I'm crashing that party. But it's going to be very exciting. We're going to have 2 days of discussions and panels. Sarah, what are you looking forward to the most at the ACE conference?
Oh, that's such a good question. So I first went to an ACE conference. It was in 2020, so this is around the time I was trying to figure things out. I don't know if I can hear any sound issues from somebody. Oh, that fixed it. whatever that was. Oh.
Yeah, my partner was leaving to go get groceries, and so the garage door was going up.
Don't you love it? The whole things like, you know, with like the last couple of years doing things from home and the sort of sounds we have in our home. Anyway, sorry, to answer your question. I really loved meeting people through the ACE conferences, and also it was really good to see such a wide variety of different experiences. So I'm really looking forward to the panels. I think I'm going to be hosting one of the panels. I won't reveal what it is yet, but the program should hopefully be out some point soon. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it. It's just really great to see such a diverse range of experiences in the community.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, I don't know about you all, but whenever I hang out with fellow ACEs, it's just really nice because we could all come from all over the world and we all have this shared set of experiences when it comes to identity and things like that. So it's lovely. Definitely looking forward to all of the different panels because we're going to be highlighting a lot of different voices. And I'm not going to be participating in the panels this year, I don't think, but I'm going to be leading a number of Discord discussions, which are also really exciting because they're a lot more interactive.
Yeah, and it's really wonderful to meet ACEs from all around the world because it's really interesting to talk about their particular context. Because, you know, we're quite lucky, for example, in the UK, and to have things like this, but also have resources that are in English, where, you know, depending where you are in the world, you may not have resources in your particular language. Yeah, I was also having just a quick look at the comments, and somebody said, I'm more of a garlic bread person. Well, you might like Paolo's cake, but also I'll take peanut butter on fresh bread instead of cake anytime. Wow. Yeah, I love it. Just loving all these different goods. And there's also another one here. I don't know if I can pronounce that because it's in German. Ish? Oh, I did German in school for like 1 or 2 years, but that's really cool. Thank you for sharing that with us.
I do love the hot takes in the comments. Really
the controversy. Yeah. I think we've been told that we might have met our first tier. I'm just going to quickly see if we've got confirmation of that. But just warn bakers. Yes, we have reached goal 1. Woohoo! So the first goal, so it is for our bakers to wave at the camera and to thank our donors is our first tier. So
thank you for donating.
Thank you, donors.
Love the enthusiasm. Love the leg lift you did there, Paolo.
I wanted to give a special wave for the first tier. I'm really excited about the other ones.
Yeah, get those donations going. I want to hear those embarrassing stories. So we gotta get there. We gotta get there, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah. Wow. I'm just watching the bakers and just trying to figure out where they're up to right now. So I can see Daniel's pouring some batter into something. Oh, I think it's into a tin.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then Maddie. I
I'm
can see-
coloring.
Ooh,
Ah.
colors.
Yeah. And I could see.
I think it might be a purple. Is that a purple, Maddie?
Pink.
Oh. It's not an ace color, but I guess that's fine.
So I'm going to do the inside the bi flag because I'm also bi romantic. And then the
Oh,
outside.
that's so cute.
So the cake is a representation of me.
I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Maddie in cake form.
That's wonderful. And then I can see Paolo's doing some mixing. So we mixed it for quite a while.
Yeah, I don't even have a whisk, so this is gonna all be manual. Hello. Having a great time.
I mean, that's how you're going to get real big muscles out of this. Get the big bones from bacon.
I also like to think that
Hard.
yeah. I also like to think that this is participating on this live stream for Paolo is his way of also learning bits about the ACE community as well. So we kind of talked about the garlic bread stuff, which I think inspired his cake. What are other things that we like about the ACE community, Krista? Like any sort of bits of history or any kind of symbols in the community that we could tell Paolo about?
Ooh, dragons, hands down. My favorite ace symbol. All aces are obsessed with dragons. I think I'm not positive because who knows where these things come from, but I think it started with people being like, well, aces are like the invisible orientation. People don't believe they exist. Dragons are mythical creatures that people don't think exist. However, both those things exist. Therefore, aces are like dragons.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think dragons, I absolutely love dragons. Are axolotls a symbol of the community? Because I love axolotls as well.
Axolotls are so cute.
Right.
Whoa, Paolo, what happened over there?
Are you okay?
Just my life happened. So this is all right. This is normal. This is yeah. This is normal. Yeah. I'm afraid this is not as special. This happens all the time.
It was just quite funny to watch and hear it from over here.
It was just for vanilla as well.
Oh.
What were we talking about before? Oh, axolotls. Oh, if anybody here listens to podcasts, the podcast 99% Invisible, that's usually about like elements of design. They do a lot of stuff on architecture, but they did one on axolotls actually, and how axolotls became a household pet, and it's adorable.
Oh, thank you for that recommendation. Oh, like I think they are such really cool creatures. But also, if anybody's watched BoJack Horseman, there was an ace axolotl in the show as well.
Yeah, BoJack Horseman's like one of my favorite shows because it's also got just such good ace representation. It's so good in general.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's a heavy watch, isn't it? But yeah, it's really good ace representation as well. If anybody listens to any ace podcasts, there's the Ace Couple, a podcast I personally really like. They did, I think they did 2 episodes about BoJack Horseman, but also how early like the signs were there. Like I think it was in the first episode. I think Todd said something along the lines of, "Oh, I don't really like to put labels on it." And it's the fact that's a really early sign, and just thinking they did purposely write him as Ace in the show rather than like a tag on later, which is wonderful. And also his obsession with food in the first episode as well. Yeah, which I feel like is like, yeah, food feels very Ace to me.
It does, yeah. It's also like, I don't know, the show was recommended to me by a fellow ace who started watching before Todd was confirmed to be asexual, and she was like, you gotta watch this, you gotta do it. So there's just a lot of aceness associated with it in my brain.
Oh, that's wonderful. So it's a nice surprise when that can happen as well. Just having a quick look at the comments. Hi, Katie. You're not the only Axel Lottle loving ace. I think there's quite a few of us out there. But I'm also a biologist by background, which I think, Krista, you are as well. So we're like,
I am
listen.
too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, buddy. That's right. Yeah.
Biology.
In fact, I think we all have scientists on the call. So I know, Paolo, you did microbiome, and then Daniel, you did physics, didn't you? Yeah. This is very sciencey call. I love it.
What is baking but science but edible?
Yes.
They're
Yes,
like
absolutely.
science, the big old chemistry experiment.
Yeah, absolutely. And you get to eat it. Let's see.
Did in a comment, this stream made me realize I need more aces in my social circle. Well, you know, have we got the conference for you in September?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Really great way to meet loads of other aces. Also, just so on the screen, we have hit goal number 2. So does this mean we're going to... Oh, Krista, why don't you tell us what the next one is?
That's a good question. Contestants share their favorite ace meme or joke. I believe that's it.
Yeah, I think that is it.
All right, cool. Daniel, favorite ace meme or joke?
Well, it is kind of on brand, but it is the truth. I like the I'd rather eat cake than have sex, which is kind of what I theme my channel around. Because I just put the slice of ace thing. So yes, it's very on brand. Also, just to draw this out, I realized earlier I didn't actually mention what I was making because I answered the question too directly. So what I'm basically doing is a basic like Victoria sponge, but I've made split the batter in 2, and I'm going to be marbling it with like purple batter, and then there's going to be a surprise inside.
Ooh, a surprise.
That's very intriguing. Baking the tastiest science. Yeah. And I just wanted to remind folks who are watching this, because we want to make sure that these bakers and their bakes are going to be seen far, far and wide. So if you could share this live stream on any of your social media platforms, we would greatly, greatly appreciate it, as well as the donation links.
Yeah, we're going to be going for the next, I think, probably 2 hours.
Yeah. We're going to be here for quite a while. Yeah. So yeah, please do send the live stream links on as well. Back to the tier. So sharing favorite ace meme or joke. If we go into Maddie then.
So there's a meme that I saw on Pinterest once that was like, sex and romance are human nature, and ace and arrow people look at themselves and go, gods? And then it has a picture from the Road to El Dorado, and it says powerful and mighty gods. And I just love that one. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Good movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Finally, if we go over to Paolo, who is not from the ace community, so we'll see how he goes with this. Could you say your favorite ace joke or meme?
So I think my favorite joke would be the hit song "All About That Ace." But yeah, that was an improvised-ish one.
I mean, that's very good for an on-the-fly joke. Ooh, yeah, Ace Hardware, very good.
Yes, love it.
I'm also a big fan of emotional support aces.
Yes, I saw this on TikTok. It was like bisexuals looking for emotional support aces, and I'm like, I'm here.
Hello.
Does that make me my own emotional support ace?
Who emotionally supports the aces if we have to support other people?
I'm just imagining you just sitting there, just hugging yourself. Yeah, just getting the emotional support.
Self-care is very important.
Yes. Yes, love it. If you got any other, just for anybody watching, if you got any other memes or jokes, please share it. But I think we've reached goal number 3. What is goal number 3?
Goal number 3 is contestants must put on a new piece of Ace clothing before they can continue baking. Go, scram, put some clothes on. Oh, Maddie was prepared. Oh my god.
I don't have like Ace clothing, but I made a wristband. Ooh, that is the Ace colors. My lighting's awful.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah.
Oh my god, you all look so good.
And it's very like dangly, so it will very much be in the way.
It's the Ace flag, but with a stack of cats.
Oh, it's a little meowton.
Love it. And then I believe, what have we got here?
Oh, that's so good. Oh my god.
That's a lovely Ace fan. A face? No, that was a bad one. A face? No, no. No.
I'm just going to say nod and say sure. Sure.
Always good.
Yes, it's a good shirt. Oh, that's Daniel's boyfriend. Of course he likes it.
I couldn't have said that. I could have just pretended like I'm really popular.
Yes, fab fan.
We also did have somebody else who said, Ace Cat. So I think, we've got somebody else who's a fan of the shirt and also a big fan of Maddie's wristband as well. So, yeah.
Yes. They're all now stunningly dressed.
Yes, absolutely. I've got to say, like, the Ace flag out of any of the flags, it's like monochrome and purple. It's just such
so good. It's such a good combination. I love it.
Yeah, and it's easy to find stuff, isn't it? Like this jacket I'm wearing, like it's not hard to find colors in this combination. So basically, like a wardrobe full of Ace colors, basically.
Just anything purple, also too.
Yeah. We all claim the color purple. You know, it's ours. Nobody else's.
It's like bi people and Ace people all claim purple.
Have you seen the thing where it was like a thing shared, I think maybe on Reddit, where they replaced the bi purple with the Ace purple, and it doesn't quite work. But the other way around, if you replace the bi purple in the Ace flag, it works so well.
I haven't seen that, but just picturing it in my head, I could believe that. Because I think, I don't know, it's like slightly different shades.
Yeah, I think it works kind of well. We got somebody else in the chat who says, "Love the flag. It has my 3 favorite colors." What are your 3 favorite colors? I'm guessing. Wait, when you say like is black a color? Like is white? Is that as white a color? So I'm guessing black, gray, purple.
I don't know. Daniel's a physicist. He would probably know better than us.
So white's like a combination of all colors, isn't it? White's what you see when you get like the whole like spectrum at once, the whole visible spectrum at once. Whereas black is when there's no light being reflected at you. So I guess it makes more sense to say white is a color than black is a color.
I see that. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes complete sense. Yeah.
But you learn science while you're on here as well.
I did it too fast, and now I'm just waiting.
Getting some water. He's staying hydrated. Hydrate and gyrate, guys. I see you all in the chat. Y'all got to drink water.
Well, Daniel, while you're waiting, we have a chance to chat to you. What are you looking forward to with the ACE conference?
Sorry, what was that? I missed that part of the question.
What are you looking forward to with the ACE conference?
So I'm going to be hopefully hosting a panel on aces and masculinity, which I think is a really interesting topic, just because I think in the ace community in particular, the gender is kind of flipped. There tends to be a majority of female and non-binary people and a minority of ace men, and it's really fascinating why. Well, fascinating in a bad way, because the reason why there is because society tends to suppress masculinity. Suppress. I've got this all the wrong way around. They expect men to be sexual, so when they're not, it's harder for ace men to come to terms with their asexuality, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I've got a good panel for that, so hopefully that should be fun.
I look forward to seeing it. So the panel I will hopefully be hosting is British aces of Asian heritage, and just thinking about the intersections of it with Asian men, for example, how sometimes they can actually get desexualized, can't they, as well? So that it can kind of happen that way too.
Yeah, I wonder if if you looked at, obviously there's not enough information to kind of properly look at the demographics. I wonder if you hypothetically did, whether you'd see that in cultures that don't sexualize men as heavily, it's like easier for ace people to come out. It would be interesting to find out, but I don't think there's any information about that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting to, so it's like kind of thing of is it easier or is it, because there could be other factors at play as well. Yeah, I could see that a couple people in the comments section sounds like they are very interested in coming along to that. So make sure to go check out the program when it comes out and come along to Daniel's panel. Yeah,
should be fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think we hit the next tier.
Have we? Oh, amazing. Yes, we've hit tiers 4. Yeah. So what is tier 4, Krista?
Tier 4 is each contestant must answer a question chosen by the hosts and judges and submitted by the audience. So I need you all to start putting questions in the chat, and we're going to pick one for everybody to answer.
I'd be interested to see what people ask, actually, because I mean, you can ask anything.
Yeah, you can ask whatever you want.
I mean, obviously, be respectful.
The more ridiculous, we're more likely to pick it. So
that is true. That is true. Yeah. Okay. Not me being hungry, getting hungry only by watching people cook. Imagine if you could smell it. Like, this is the thing. Not only can I watch somebody bake, I will be able to smell somebody bake.
You gotta sit in the next room and not succumb to that.
This is like Britain's Great Baking Show. Oh, we totally didn't take any inspiration from anywhere. No.
We had the idea before they did.
Yeah, definitely. Back at the start of the Cakes in Avon forums in the early 2000s.
Yes.
You got one question. Why are cakes better than all other things? Ooh, that is a good question. Also, who is your favorite ace creator / character? Ooh, what is your favorite dragon? Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one. I love it. Do we want to take these questions? I know we were going to choose one question, but we could always choose more than one if we're feeling it.
That's true. I think we do have a question tier later on as well, if people want to submit them for round 2.
Okay. Are any of these questions springing out to you? Any that you think, we should ask our bakers that?
I mean, I'm a big fan of dragons, but I also really like, what is your favorite ace creator / character? Just like I always like getting recommendations for those kinds of things, you know?
I agree. Yeah. I mean, these are all really great questions, but I quite like that one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Are we going to be going with that one?
Yeah, let's do that then. All right. So can we pull up that question? Who is your favorite ace creator / character? And maybe we'll have everybody go one by one. I'm only seeing Daniel's butt right now, so maybe let's go to Maddie.
Yeah, I follow quite a handful of different ace TikToks, but I don't actually know what any of their names are off the top of my head. I just went for the ones you can find when you search Ace Talk. So I'll go for character. I am one of the people that is currently obsessed with Heartstopper. And I just love that there is an ace character and it's canon and like it's been confirmed by the author. And that he just sits there and reads books the whole time because that was me in high school. So I love that. Isaac is his name. I was blanking on him. So I'll go with him as my ace character that I love.
So you mean Isaac from Heartstopper? Yeah. Oh, amazing. I really liked Isaac when I watched the series. Krista, have you seen Heartstopper?
Yes, I just watched it. I was really late to the game. I only just watched it a couple weeks ago, but it's so good. It's so cute and adorable, and I love all the characters immensely. So Isaac's a great choice.
Yeah, he's really great. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the next season, season 2.
Yeah, and Alice Osman is a wonderful ace creator who has written a number of books with ace representation.
Yes, you got Radio Silence. Loveless was the first one I read, and I can tell because Alice went to Durham Uni. I can tell that that it was quite. I had a feeling it's based on their experiences. So yeah, it was really wonderful books to read. And I read Loveless before reading Heartstopper.
Yeah, I've been meaning to read Heartstopper now that I've watched the show, but I studied in Glasgow, Scotland for a year in uni, and it really reminded me of that experience. So it was really wonderful getting to sort of revisit that with that book, because that was the first place I was openly out and queer. So that was really nice.
Oh, that is. Oh, thank you for going up this. Just to let you know, just anybody watching, if you refresh this the webpage now, you will see an updated description, which will have a link to both the fundraiser and to the registration form for the conference. So you can register for the conference now if you want to, if you're feeling really keen. I mean, you don't lose anything if you just register for the conference. But yeah, please refresh the page and you should see the links update for you if you haven't done that already.
Anyways, we're in the middle of this whole question thing and we got completely sidetracked. Let's see. Let's go to Paolo, I guess. Do you have a favorite ace creator or character?
Well, I mean, it's actually interesting because I was reflecting that I don't know that many ace characters, or I know actually ace creators that I know. I mean, I know Sarah's an amazing ace creator on TikTok talking about science, which is fantastic. But actually, I know that Liz from Owl House, so she has been confirmed as being bisexual, but actually a lot of the time they wear ace colors in the show. So from my understanding, there's people trying to confirm whether actually they are A. So to my knowledge, they are. I mean, and she's my favorite character in cartoons and illustrations. So I think, I would go with Luz, potentially. Hopefully. Waiting to be confirmed.
Yeah, I love that show. It's so good. If you haven't watched The Owl House, you really need to. And one of my favorite things actually about that character was the execs got mad that she looks androgynous because she's got the short brown hair and wears shorts and a t-shirt. And so kind of to get back at that, the creator during the required prom episode had her wear a tutu and a suit jacket. So a non-binary icon as well.
Oh, I love that because I've seen clips of Owl House. I also, when I arrived at Paolo's flat today, he was watching Owl House, so he loves Owl House. Should we hear from Daniel? Daniel, who I realize I know you are an ace creator.
Soon to be not ace creator, but yes.
Yeah.
I caught there's so many that I'm just trying to, and then when you ask a question, it's like, well, now I can't think of any. I quite like Ace Dad Advice. He's got some really good content on TikTok and YouTube. You mentioned Ace Couple, who have a podcast. Obviously, Sounds Fake, but okay, have been around for ages. And Gentle Giant Ace as well is another good one. There's lots of, they're all smattered around. You have to go searching sometimes because you don't get the best of exposures. But we are there.
Well, I think Gentle Giant Ace is actually watching the stream. Hi,
I
Marshall.
think so. Yeah, I love the way you were like, oh, I don't have an answer, and then you came up with several answers. So good going, Daniel. Great, fantastic. So
We've
so
actually hit 2 tiers. Okay, well, we've hit goal 5. We've also hit goal 6. So goal 5 is contestants must incorporate one of these ingredients into their dish, which is going to be voted on by the audience. Banana, lemon, apple, kiwi. There's a lot of options. We should probably just put that in the chat. But the one after that is an audience suggestion. All right, so audience, I've got 2 jobs for you. One is you have to vote on what you want them to incorporate into their dish. And the second is you have to give a suggestion for something the bakers can do. And this could be anything. They could answer another question. They could do a little dance. They could, I don't know, make a silly noise. Vote there. Vote there.
I had the problem where as you listed them, I wanted to do all of them. Like I was about to dance and make a weird noise. So I'm apparently keen for all.
I have all my voted for ingredients off screen ready. So let's see which one I have to add.
Very prepared.
yeah, I was gonna say very organized.
This was the one I was absolutely dreading. I don't know what's going to happen.
We have a suggestion for. Oh, we got a couple of suggestions for tier 7. They've got dance or favorite movie or comic book quote.
Oh my god, baking karaoke would be so funny. I have no idea how that would work.
Baking karaoke. Listen, so like I'm Filipino, my mum's side of the family, and Filipinos love to sing. We love karaoke at every opportunity. So I listen. Like I don't want to sway the audience too much because I'm sure there's some other great suggestions I'll come in, but I'd be a very big fan of karaoke. We've also got movie quote here as another suggestion. These are also fabulous. Great. We have such a wonderful audience, don't we, Krista?
They are. They're lovely. I love how interactive they are. We got another suggestion. The bakers must eat the number 2 ingredient from tier 4. What's the number 2 ingredient?
Was that on the poll? So what was voted on the poll? So
is that like result number 2, or is that the second in the list?
That's Which if Keith, if you wanted to elaborate.
Yeah.
But both good suggestions. Either way.
Singing a Disney song. Ooh, we got a lot of people who I think want karaoke. Daniel, don't make that face.
We put the singing on a really high tier for a reason.
Gummy Sweets is in the lead. If you don't want to see Gummy Sweets on all of these cakes, you better go vote right now. When should we call it good on the poll, Sarah? What are you thinking?
That's a good question. I think it'd be really great if the tech folks can let us know how we're doing with that. Maybe give it at least another minute. Just to let you know, in terms of time, we are about to reach 6 p.m. British summer time. So that means I think we're halfway through the bake. Not to panic the bakers in any way, but you're halfway through the bake.
Just to let you know.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh, I do we got a suggestion. How about some screaming? Which keeps me on a basic level.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love how Rocky Horror is Disney now. Is it? Does Disney own everything?
Really? Oh my god.
Gosh. Okay.
Wow. Okay. We're all just going to become Disney IP eventually.
Yeah. I think we're going to call it with the voting. And we're going to reveal bakers what the final result is.
Yeah, so it looks like the final result is still gummy sweets. So you'll have to put some gummies into your cake.
It's just the one I was hoping it not be, which is probably why it is that.
All right, and we're still taking an audience suggestion since we hit tier 6. So if you have further thoughts on that, you should stick them in the chat. Frankenfurters at Disney. That's pretty good.
Oh, I love it. Strike a fantasy hero sword pose with whatever baking utensil you're holding at the time.
Oh, that's fun. And then we can take a screenshot and save that for posterity.
Ah,
I was going to say, I have a sword in the other room. You could pose with that.
Oh, but that might be a winner then. I want to see Daniel's sword.
can you bake with that sword?
I don't know if it's sharp enough to properly cut things.
I
What about,
also
like,
have a sword in
spreading-
the other room.
It's like I feel like just Ace things, just owning swords.
Yeah, I feel like that's a queer thing. You just like want swords and want a sword fight.
Yeah.
My husband does historic reenactment.
Whoa, that's cool.
That is very cool. Just thinking about Daniel asking how he would be able to use a sword. When I got married, we cut our cake with a sword. Like,
Swords.
it was great.
Oh
my
God, that's a
gosh!
great sword.
This is my sword. It's from The Hobbit.
I was just thinking I recognize the shape.
Oh, is that Sting?
No, it's Thorin Oakenshield sword from The Hobbit.
Oh, that's cool.
Orcrist, I think it's called.
Oh,
Do we
amazing.
Wait,
Oh, can you guys pretend to fight each other on stream?
which do I need to face?
Yes, fight.
It's heavier than it looks.
Oh, it's amazing. Oh, I love the fact that both nerdy reasons, so reenactment and to do with like the Lord of the Rings, or the Hobbit specifically universe. That's so good.
Two swords are better than one. Yeah, very true.
Yeah. What are we doing for the tier 6, the audience suggestion?
Oh, I do quite like the poses idea now.
I think so. I think I do. Yeah, should we go with that then?
Yeah.
So what was it?
All right, everybody, you gotta pick up your sword and strike a pose, or whatever baking utensil you're using.
Wait, so we're using a sword or the baking parchment I was just holding?
Whichever one you want.
Well, I was just holding up my coloring thing, so I guess that's my sword now.
Cool.
Oh, Daniel's going for both. Yes. Are we gonna highlight each of them?
Yeah, like in Tekken.
I love that Paolo had like his video game idle animation going. That's really good.
Yes, it was good.
I had to bring my PC down here, so I was trying to. If I bounced around, I didn't want to drop my sword on my whole computer.
The great battle of the aces. That's good. Sarah, if you were a video game character, what would your idle animation be?
Oh my gosh. Oh, can I have anything, or would this be like a baking themed one?
One of each.
Okay, baking. I would probably be holding a whisk, like in the logo. I just imagine just that being.
You have like a bowl too. Is it like you're slowly whisking?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I would be doing. I'd be concentrating really hard as well.
Just whenever you're not moving, you pull out a bowl, start whisking something.
Yes. Oh no, I thought of the other one. Like my sort of like I would probably be, because I do cross stitching as a hobby. I would just be like just doing this.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and then like concentrating really hard. It's like near my face like this. Yeah, that's what I would be doing. What would you be? What would you be doing?
Mine is like a bouncing back and forth with your hands down, because I do that a lot when I don't know what to do.
I love that. Really replicating real life as well. What about a baking? What about a baking pose?
Baking. I don't bake that much. I guess I would be like I'm Italian, which is why the hands are all over the screen. But I guess I would have like a wooden spoon, and I'm about to go like get some sauce or pasta going.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Oh, we got 2 Italians on the stream today. Then that's fab.
Love Italians. Hey.
Oh, good. Excellent. Just a reminder for anybody who's watching, tell people about the live stream, and we've got the donation links that should be there now if you refresh the page. And we're hoping to hit more tiers so you can get our bakers doing more ridiculous things.
Yeah, I mean, we're over halfway through the baking, but the most exciting part's coming up if you want to get more people to watch and see this live.
Yes, absolutely. Actually, should we do a check-in on our bakers to see how they're doing?
Oh yeah, we should do that. See what's up with them.
Yeah. Who should we go to first? Who's looking like they're at a point where we can actually talk to them?
Daniel, are you able to show us what you just pulled out of that oven? Maybe.
Just make it really awkward for him.
Yeah. Okay. I tried to do a marble cake, but here is a cake of some description. I also put the I almost forgot to put any baking powder in, so it wouldn't have had a rising agent. So then I had to mix it in while it was in the tin, so it's ended up quite lumpy. But it's fine. It's going fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
I was thinking of doing 3 layers, so I've done 2, and 1's in the oven, and hopefully that'll have time to finish it cool.
Very cool.
Looking forward to seeing like the final outcome. And yeah, I've done that thing where I'm like, oh no, I forgot to put this thing in, and you just quickly mix it in and panic. But that's just all in the process of baking, right?
Yeah, it's like any art, it's a process.
Yeah. Absolutely. Are there any other bakers that we can come and say hi to?
Can we say hi to Maddie?
Hello. I have 2 halves of cake. Because I dyed them and eyeballed halving the batter, 1 half is slightly larger than the other and is taking a longer time to bake. So I still have 1 in the oven, and the other one's out and cooling. And I'm working on I have my filling, which I think's where I'm gonna put my gummies into. I haven't necessarily made up my mind yet. And I've got my icing here that I'm gonna make into the ace flag.
Ooh,
very nice.
Cool. Oh, amazing. Looking forward to seeing the final outcome. And then should we come over to Paolo and see what he's up to?
Yeah.
Hello. So I have Okay. So just the premise is I haven't baked anything that wasn't a focaccia in about a year. So I'm not too sure how much you will enjoy the eating bit of that, because also the batter split. But you don't know that. I mean, no one knows that apart from me, I guess. So we split, but I put it in the oven, and it's something's happening.
I'm sure it's going to be great.
Yeah, let's try it. But I've put some of the gummies in a syrup that I'm making, which is like a whiskey-based syrup, which is on top, and I'll look at it if it's got, and I may put them inside a cake at some point, but I'm not too sure. So I'm just waiting for them to come out and hope for the best.
Very exciting. We will see what happens.
Yeah. I love the way you said nobody knows this, and then you told us so that everybody knows.
Very good.
Oh. Amazing stuff. Right.
I guess we don't have to worry about like honesty on this.
It's about what people can see. It's a bit like, when you do Zoom calls and people only see this. So you could be wearing shorts, pajama bottoms, when you're just like casually working from home. Yeah, same thing with baking on a live stream, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to know if you destroy everything because also I don't know much about baking. So
we've got, just having a look at some of the comments. Somebody said, anyone else wondering why Daniel isn't wearing an apron? Or is it just me?
I'll get my apron. I'll get.
That's called
And
peer
you're also
pressure.
going to be wearing this Ace shirt, so if I wear the apron, you can't see the Ace shirt.
That's fair.
I was
That's-
being considerate, but now since everyone wants me to wear an apron,
One person in the comments wants you to wear an apron, or may not even want it. They're just curious, but that makes sense.
Another person
Thank you,
does want to
sir.
know where you got your shirt from, so also a big fan of the shirt.
it's I'm trying to remember the creator. I'll look it up when you're not talking to me, and then thinking. I'm also doing something wrong with the gummy sweets, so I thought, you know what? I could just put them on the cake, but what if I melted them and made a sauce? And I think this is a crime against humanity, but I've started now, so.
I am intrigued.
I am very interested to see how that turns out. If it is a sauce, or if it turns back into gummy form.
Yeah, at the moment it's liquid, but weird melted sugar, I guess. So that should be diabetes in a drink.
Oh. Very intrigued. Very, very intrigued. I think we've hit goal 7, by the way.
Yay!
Fantastic. Let's see what goal number 7 is.
It's another question.
Ooh. Do we
Alright,
want to
so-
choose the previous one or get people to ask new ones? What do you think?
We could maybe do both. If anybody has come up with questions you want the bakers to answer, put them in the chat. We could also go back to old ones, not that I remember what they were.
Just having a little scroll up to see what the comments are. So we've got Ace Book, Compose. What's your favorite Ace meme or joke? Which we did. I think we did in the intro, actually. Oh no, we did that in one of the other tiers. Why are cats better than all other things was another one.
Yeah, sounds pretty good.
Let's see what else we got here. I think those were the only questions I could spot from the previous one. Yeah, so your favorite Ace book, why are cats better than all other things? Or what was your favorite dragon? Did we do that one? I don't think we did.
I don't think we did that one.
No, so we haven't done that one, and I'm just going to see if there's any new ones.
Instant update on Daniel's shirt. It's from Irene Co Studio.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I also love the fact that Daniel's boyfriend said, "I am terrified" in the comment section, and I.
He has
Daniel,
experience.
you're gonna make your boyfriend eat
Experimental cooking.
And then we got another new question, which was what is your favorite board game or card game?
Oh, that's a good one.
It is a pretty good one.
Can I answer that one?
I want to answer that one.
Okay, it sounds like we got 2 contestants who can answer that one. Should we go with that, Krista? And Maddie, are you happy to answer that question? Amazing. Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Go ahead,
We
Maddie.
all seem really cute at the same time.
Yeah, go ahead, Maddie.
I'm going to go for 2. One that I would say is probably my favorite and one that I'm currently obsessed with, which the one that's probably more my favorite is a game called Evolution, which you just like make different animals and you give them different traits and you try to survive. And then the one that I'm really obsessed with right now is a board game called Root. And it's like wilderness creatures in a war.
Those sound really cool.
Oh my
The first
God,
one
I
you-
Love the Evolution one.
I've
Mary.
actually been in an RPG just like that. It was called New Genes, Please, and you ask for a new gene and a new trait, and then you roll the dice to see if you've got it. It's made by a group called. It was designed by a group called RPG Geeks. If anybody knows them, but yeah, and I see there's a doggo on screen.
Yes, everybody, please welcome Assistant Judge Mary Jane, the very angry Shih Tzu.
Welcome, Mary Jane. We like a doggo judge. Daniel, why don't you tell us about your favorite board game or card game?
So my favorite board game at the moment is one called Spirit Island, which is what does it describe as? A settler destruction game. So it's a cooperative board game where There are colonists settling on this island, and you have to be the spirits of the native spirits of the land who are fighting back those colonizers. It's quite a rules-heavy, complex game, but that's the sort of thing I like. It's definitely worth a check out if you're into more hardcore board games, I suppose.
Cool. Thank you, Daniel. And finally, Paolo, what's your favorite board game or card game?
I mean, I guess this is a board game and a card game at the same time, but I love Werewolf. And it's basically a game where you all get a character and you're part of this village and there's some werewolves. And we all, at certain point, you go to sleep, everyone's just going to close their eyes and the werewolves can kill members of the village. And then you have to all work together to find out who the werewolves are. And the really reason why I love it is because it's a game where you have to lie, and I love to cause chaos. So in those games, I just lie for no reason, and I just love have a little bit of fun with everything, really.
Yeah, Werewolf is a great game.
I think
Right,
I'm
so-
French because the first and only time I played Werewolf was when I was living in Switzerland. So it was Gafu instead. Just French and Werewolf. Werewolf and French.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's really fun. I don't know. I just love the idea of just kind of being there just to cause chaos. I don't even want to win. I just want to create a bit of havoc.
All right, so we have, I think, just under half an hour left, and we've got a couple more tiers. So the next one is contestants can no longer use one of the selections of the following utensils, baking tools that's voted on by the audience. So it's forks, knives, spoons, pans, roller, piping bags. And then the one after that is each contestant must share an embarrassing story. So if you want us to get to either of those tiers, you got to start donating now because we're running out of time. Come on, people, let's go.
And make sure to share the link with other people. Please share on social media as well so we can get as many people watching this as possible. But for those who've been watching so far, thank you so much. And yeah, I think Bakers have, did you just say they've got half an hour left? So not to make you panic, Bakers. You've only got half an hour left.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time. I don't bake, but that seems like a lot of time.
Yeah. Great.
All right. Well,
I think watchers were very loved Doggo. I think Doggo
Yes.
was very popular.
Mary is the best dog in the world because all dogs are the best dog in the world. We know this for a scientific fact.
Scientific fact here: doggos are the best in the world.
Yeah, she's cute. She's also real sassy, but that's fine.
Yeah. Oh, I grew up. I think I had a cat growing up, so I didn't grow up with dogs. I like dogs, but yeah, we had a cat. Oh, there goes Paolo. Where is he going?
Hello.
He's gone out to the
Bye.
balcony. Oh, I think he might be cooling down his bake. Maybe that's why, because he's just disappeared.
That's
Literally
very
towards
funny. I do enjoy having the two cameras on him from different angles.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I don't know if anybody, where people are actually watching us from, but I'm currently visiting Paolo in Manchester. There he is again, trying to figure out what he's up to. Yeah. So yeah, I'm based in the UK, visiting Manchester right now, which is a wonderful city. Yeah, so if you want to tell us whereabouts you're watching us from, we'd love to find out actually if we do have some UK-based people or people from outside the UK. And if if you're not in the UK, have you been to any places in the UK? Like, tell us where you've enjoyed. Yeah,
I'm not in the UK. I'm in the US, so all good if you're not actually from the UK and you're chipping into the stream.
Yeah, absolutely. We welcome all. We welcome anybody who's keen on watching some bakers.
Yeah, that is the nice thing about stuff going virtual with the pandemic, is people come from all over now. It's a lot more accessible.
Absolutely.
Is there any chance that we could ask for a time check?
Yes, you have 25 minutes left, I believe. We have a few people saying where they're from. We've got somebody from Surrey, so that's down in the southeast. York, which is in more the northeast. We've got somebody from the USA, somebody in Devon, which is down in the southwest. Texas. Oh, we got somebody from Texas. I've got some family who live in Texas. California. Oh, amazing. Also got some family who live in
Isn't it
California.
real early for Californians? Thank you for tuning in.
Oh yes, of course. Just realizing what you meant by the time. So yeah, it'll be 20 past 10 there. That's Pacific time, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then greetings from US. Some. Somebody from New York. Oh, hello. Belgium.
Yay! Not USA, UK.
France, yes. Oh, amazing.
France.
Wisconsin.
Nice. They got good cheese there.
Wait, there's a state that does like an apple and cheese like pie or something, or cake or something like that. Or am I just making that up?
Cheese goes with apple pie, apparently.
Yeah. Is that, I feel like it's a thing somewhere, and I was wondering if it was a US state.
I don't know. It's not something I'm familiar with.
It's something my grandfather did.
Oh, I see. So we got somebody from Luxembourg, Arkansas. That is how you pronounce that, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Right. Just want to check. I'm a Brit who doesn't know. Got two people from Arkansas. Oh no, it's one person saying the same. Another currently in California. Another person in California. Great. It's amazing to see how many people where they're watching from even. Fried apple cheese with a slice of American cheese on top.
You said fried apple cheese, just you know.
Oh, did I say that? Combine the two. Fried apple cheese.
Cheese with a side of cheese, because I mean, I would.
Yeah, absolutely. To like a bit of cheese.
Wow, yeah, we got a really great group of people today. I love that they're from a lot of different places.
Yeah, it's really awesome. Just, yeah. It's like this is an interesting watching experience. He's also just shaking his head, and I don't know why. I don't know why that is.
Hello, this is a fake it till you make it type of competition. Don't show any weakness.
Just leaving.
Ooh, got a comment. Did you know that apple pie isn't even American? It's Asian. You know, I believe that because of colonialism.
Yeah. That's a really good fact. Thank you for sharing that. Also, we got somebody who said, "I'm from Wisconsin, and yes, cheese does go with apple pie. I use sharp cheddar. Didn't know that was a Wisconsin thing, though." Oh, that's really interesting. Of kind of like what is like food, which is kind of normal where you live, like people use, and like not realizing how far out that goes. So I'm trying to think if there's any British food things. So in the UK, depending where you are, you call bread rolls different things, like a cob or bap or something like that. I'm also from the south, so there might be other people who might know the other names, but I find that really interesting how the same thing is called something different in different places. I don't know if you kind of got that in the US.
Yeah, we've got that. Like, I'm living in the Midwest right now, and here they all call soda pop, and if you call it soda, they get mad at you.
Oh dear.
I'm not a big soda drinker though, so I don't run into that one that much. But like, also everybody here is obsessed with ranch dressing, which I'm fine. Ranch dressing is like fine. Let's see. Oh, my family's Italian, so we have these little like Italian. Ooh, I could go get a bag of them actually.
Oh, excellent. Love to see some food on camera. That's isn't just what's baking in the background.
All right, so these guys are called tarals or tarale, and they're like a little thing of dough that's goes into a circle. And they come in all sorts of different flavors. So you could get plain. I really like fennel ones because those have a nice flavor, and then you can also get like hot pepper, things like that. Paolo knows.
These are absolutely my favorite snack. They're delicious. I love the ones with fennel. Sorry, I'm already salivating.
Yeah, the fennel ones are probably my favorite. Although I also like, when I was in college, I started taking the plain ones and dunking them into a jar of Nutella and then eating that.
That sounds amazing. Oh, thank you for sharing that with us. We've got some other comments. So we've got rolls in Scotland sometimes get called bubbles. Ooh. Interesting. I've never heard about that before. So thank you for sharing that. I know that in Scotland, I remember coming across Pizza Crunch, which is deep fried pizza. That's just something. Yeah, that's something I remember from Scotland, and also the love for iron brew. That's like a very stereotypical Scottish thing as well. Soda.
When I moved to Scotland, I got some Chinese takeout and got a free litre bottle of iron brew, and I never actually drank it, so I have it here.
Yeah, for anybody it doesn't know what iron brew is, that it's essentially just a sugary drink.
Yeah, it's kind of awful to be honest. But...
It tastes a bit like bubble gum.
Kind of,
like
yeah.
a kind of unidentifiably sweet.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a really good way of describing it. Although, Daniel, I think you might have offended any Scottish people who are watching this by saying iron brew is terrible.
It's fine. It's not like Scotland or anything.
How much time do we have left?
20 minutes, I believe.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah, when I lived in Scotland, I tried iron brew, but I also don't like soda, so it's not for me.
Fair enough. Just having a look. So down south, in the US, they call sodas Coke. That's very interesting. I didn't know that. I've had a couple of comments that said that. Let's see. Someone who used to have deep fried pizza all the time when they lived in Scotland. Seems to be a recommendation. Good. Yeah. Oh, I love that. I
haven't had deep fried pizza. Did have deep fried Snickers bar while I was in Glasgow. And honestly, it's not horrible. It's like hot chocolate with a crunch. It's pretty good.
Essentially, I've had a deep fried Kit Kat before, although I wasn't in Scotland. I was in the northeast in Yorkshire. I'm just trying to think about what are other as I say, sort of regional things that I could think of. Is there anything that's specific to your whereabouts you are, Krista?
Not terribly specific to. So I live in Michigan, and Michigan has the Lower Peninsula, and there's the Upper Peninsula. And my partner's from the Upper Peninsula, and something specific from there is a pasty. So it's a dough, and they stuff it with meat and root vegetables and things like that. And it's a mining food, so it's just it's all wrapped in dough, so you can take it with you down into the mines. You don't need utensils and things like that, and those are supposedly very good, although I haven't had a very authentic pasty experience yet.
Yeah, I would say that we're quite fond of our pasties in the UK. There's a chain of shops called Greg's. That's really quite a popular one in the UK. Sausage, we having a sausage roll, something like that. That's something I love. They've actually recently done a collaboration with Primark. I think you have Primark in the US, I think.
Yeah. I remember seeing them in places like New York. So my family's from New York as well. So I remember seeing them in places like there. I haven't seen them so much out in the Midwest.
Okay. Yeah. But they recently have done a collaboration, so you can get Greg's branded T-shirts, and not Crocs, because Crocs is the brand, but basically the shoe type that Crocs is. But yeah, with Greg's branding
Very
all
slick.
over it. And I'm like, actually, I think that's very smart, this particular collection.
That's hilarious. You could go as a sausage roll for Halloween then.
Oh my god, you could. You could. Yes, if you use the branding right, yes, you could go as a sausage roll for Halloween. Oh my gosh, there's something about that feels incredibly British to me, which I think is just wonderful.
We got a couple comments. I had a not me comment saying they had a deep fried Mars bar, was not nice. Ooh, sorry about that. I don't love Mars bars in general.
Yeah, fried Oreos.
Fried Oreos are amazing.
So what? So is it whole still, or is it broken? Like, oh,
It's whole, and they fry the whole thing. But the thing is, the heat, like, it's not like a crunchy cookie anymore. It's softer now, and those are amazing. I could usually only eat like 2 or 3 though before I start feeling like I'm gonna have all my arteries close up on me.
There is, by the way, 15 minutes left, bakers. 15 minutes left.
Start assembling and decorating.
If you are looking to donate, now is the time. But if there's anybody you know who wants to donate later, the link will also be available after today. Like, if you would like to donate now, we would absolutely appreciate it. But the link is also going to be available after the live stream.
This is the only time where your donations are going to influence the bakers. So if you want to influence that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And as Krista mentioned, the 2 tiers. Should we read out the other 2 tiers, actually, just to remind people?
Oh, yeah. So the next tier is that contestants can no longer use one of the following utensils or baking tools, which are voted on by the audience, which are forks, knives, spoons, pans, roller, and piping bags. So you could really derail someone's decorating experience if you really wanted to. And then the tier after that is each contestant must tell a different story.
Yeah. If you really want to mess with the bakers, and this is the last 15 minutes, so they're kind of, under some time pressure. They're looking very calm though, I gotta say, but just look around. But if you really want to put a spanner in it, please donate so we can make it harder for them.
Very exciting. Ooh, I like watching Maddie decorate. Look at her.
Yeah, I love it. It's a sick.
Things are too warm though, so it's all slowly melting.
Oh no! Yeah, I've been there.
That's all right.
Yeah. Because from where we're seeing, it looks great. So, it may look more melty for you, but for us, it looks really great so far.
Yeah, I watched a couple episodes of Nailed It on Netflix, and the only thing I learned from that is you have to cool down these things before you start putting the decorations on, otherwise it gets all melty.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I remember watching Bake Off because the thing is they film it during the summer, and so with all the freezers. Does it? I don't know if anybody who watches Bake Off who's watching this remembers freezer gates. I'm trying to remember exactly what happened, but I think somebody's cake or something was moved from one of the freezers, and it basically. Something like that happened, and it kind of sabotaged one of the bakes. Not on purpose, though. I should say the bakers on Bake Off are really not really horribly competitive, and try to sabotage each other's bakes. They're usually quite nice about it. But yeah, there was a thing about Freezergate around that time. But yeah, it's usually how people try to cool the bakes.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing with British Bake Off is it's known for being very sort of chill, relaxed, very supportive.
Yeah. Although I don't know if the bakers are very relaxed. I get some of them cry in the first episode, which understandably it is very stressful, and you're being filmed. Oh, we've got it. Somebody's written in the comments. Somebody's baked Alaska was left out on the worktop. Yes, thank you for reminding us of what happened. And yeah, it was because of things being moved around in the freezers, and so they were left with this stuff at the end.
Drama at the bake-off. Yeah, since our bakers are not in the same place, they don't have to worry about that. If they leave something out, it's on them.
Absolutely. Yeah, no sabotage. Well, I mean, I could sabotage, but that makes no sense for me as a judge to do that, right?
That would be very silly if there was a tier that was Sarah goes and annoys Paolo.
I mean, I could actually, yes, vote, donate now so I will go and bother Paolo as he is. Like, why take a utensil from him when I could just go and bother him?
Please send the money. Please give the money. I want to see what happens.
Yeah, the audience gets to decide how I bother Paolo as well.
Ooh, that could be fun. Have another poll going.
Amazing. But I can smell stuff from the stove, which is I'm very intrigued by. Yeah, we've got 10 minutes remaining, bakers. 10 minutes remaining.
10 more minutes.
Yeah, so you can see that Maddie's icing. Daniel, if you're able to speak to us from what you're doing, I don't want to distract you too much, but what are you up to right now?
Yeah, so I probably have the very good angle for this, do I? So I was doing the same.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
It looks more purple in person than it does under my very bright ring light.
That's fine. We believe you.
It does kind of look gray from here, but that's all right.
Gray is also an ace color.
Take a photo of it and tweet it out to prove that it's purple.
That there is pretty. Great. So we've got some icing going on. Paolo, I don't know if you're able to speak to us right now, but what are you up to?
So I tried something which didn't turn out as well. So I am ditched at something, and I'm currently icing one cake, and then I need to finish the other cake. And then so that's almost there. Almost there.
You can do it.
Believe in you.
Oh, I'm really excited to see how these turn out.
I am too. Should we review like what we're judging them based on?
That's a good idea. Absolutely.
Yeah, so we got a couple different criteria. Okay, so the criteria are A, does this fit the definition of a baked good? B, cooking methodology, how sophisticated it is, I suppose. We'll see. I know nothing about baking again. C, is it edible? All right, so each baker is going to either try their own dish or they're going to have someone try for them. And we're going to basically just look at the response. And we can interpret the response however we want. Also, D, appearance, and E, extra points are awarded for ace-themedness, because that is why we are
here. I'm interested to see the interpretation on the ace theme. That's what I'm very, very interested about.
Yeah. I mean, that's the important one.
Absolutely. Ooh, it looks like we have a couple of French speakers in the chat.
I took French in high school.
Same here.
Yeah. Bonjour, les Français.
And we also got a question as well. Will we get to see pictures of the finished cakes anywhere? So Daniel mentioned putting it on Twitter. Yeah.
Maybe we could get them on the website since we have the Ace Baker section.
Yeah, I can pop them on after it's done.
I think we should also have them, I want to see the inside of Maddie's cake. We should have them cut it as well while we're judging.
I assumed cutting was involved with me eating it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't be eating the whole thing.
Mick got a warning in Discord for spamming this event. Thank you for what you do for the Ace community, Mick, for spamming Discord that much.
All right, yeah, we're getting close to the end. So if you want to get people to watch this, you gotta let them know now.
Of course, any final donations can also affect. We got a vote thing.
Vote. Oh, did we hit a tier?
Oh, I think we must have hit a tier then. Oh, fantastic! Oh, great. So that means we hit the next tier where contestants can no longer use one of the following tools. So get voting quick so we can take these tools off them.
Yeah, we've got like 5 minutes left, so you got to get your votes in right now. Maybe tech people, do you want to let us know when we hit like 10 votes and we'll call it there or something like that?
That sounds good. Yeah.
Vote. Links in the chat.
Let's mess with these bakers.
The poor bakers. Enjoy your time with whatever utensil you're about to take from you while you still can.
And looking at the time, you officially have 5 minutes remaining, bakers. 5 minutes remaining.
5 minutes left. 5 minutes left.
Okay, we've got some votes in already so far. Let's give it another moment to see which utensil we'll be taking away from our bakers.
Well, Daniel's done. Oh, look at him.
Probably not very good from the challenge point of view.
Okay, just finding out what the final vote is.
Mm-hmm.
And bakers, you are no longer allowed to use knives.
Drop that knife, Maddie. Drop it.
Thank you to our generous donors for allowing that to be possible. And
Yay.
otherwise, Daniel just calmly, he's all good.
I'd be worried if I needed to use a knife at this point anyway.
I assume I'm still allowed them to cut it at the end.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just during the bake. So once the bake is over,
I'll just use my sword to cut.
Could you imagine if you weren't allowed to use a knife, but but a sword? You didn't say you couldn't use a sword. We got about 4 minutes remaining, bakers.
Oh, you can do it, Paolo.
We believe in you.
So close, less than 5 minutes. I think we're down to 3 minutes now.
If I was to say countdown to you, like the TV show. Oh, I realise that's being picked up on Valerie's mic. You know the TV show Countdown by any chance?
I don't think so.
For any, I realise this is specifically a British reference, but there's a 30-second timer. And there's a certain tune that goes along with it as well. I feel like we kind of need that at the end of the bake. Okay.
It would be cute if we I don't know, had a theme going for this.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be that kind of cheesy. Would you have a cheesy sort of, or very calm, relaxed, or Bake Off, the orchestra string stuff?
I like the cheesy idea, sort of what I'm leaning towards, but it would be fun if we imitated British Bake Off.
Yes. Yeah, and they're pictures of animals every so often that comes on the screen. That's what
yes,
I feel this is what's
dragons and axolotls, yes. But
yes, during the different breaks we'll have pictures of dragons. Yes, I love that. Now bakers, you have 2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes remaining, bakers.
2 more minutes.
I feel like I should be doing something.
You should do a little dance. It's a very good little dance.
Well, usually on the Bake Off, somebody just starts washing up and tidying their station is usually what happens. For all those who finish early, they're kind of well, or they make a cup of tea. It's like the most British thing. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna just make a cup of tea while things are finishing off.
I mean, tea is good.
Okay, we've got 1 minute remaining, bakers. 1 minute remaining.
All right, so to give you an idea of what's going to happen next, we're going to call it in like a minute. The bakers are going to stop, and then we're actually going to take a short break. At which point we're going to take a little trip down memory lane and play an old video advertising the Bake Off. And then we'll come back and we're going to start the judging process, just to give the bakers a break so they could sit down and have their tea. It's so close.
I know, it's like I'm just watching this intently. Ooh. Okay, do we want to do a countdown for when the bakers are finishing?
Sure. What should we count down from?
I'm thinking 20 seconds. Would 20 seconds?
It's a lot for us to count.
Or maybe a 10-second countdown.
We can do that.
At some point soon.
Do you want to like swap off numbers? So like I say 10, you say 9.
Yes. Do you want odds or evens?
Evens.
Evens. You want to have evens. Okay. When
Should I get going? I think we're like almost there.
I think so, yeah.
10,
9,
8,
7,
6,
5,
4,
3,
2,
1.
0. You're all done. Yay.
Bakers, drop your tools and step away from your bakes.
Very nice.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna watch a short video, take a bit of a break, and we'll see you all after that for the judging.
Welcome, friends. Welcome back to the
Ooh, it's on soon. What are you talking about, old chap?
The Bake Off. Bake Off time!
Hey.
Woo!
Follow me. It's about to start. It's starting.
Bake Off, Bake Off, Bake Off, Bake Off, Bake Off, Bake Off.
Oh, I wasn't aware you were going to play that.
Surprise!
It's such a good video, like with the little cupcakes running around.
I just reminded from the people behind the scenes that I think we might need to give the bakers a little bit longer of a break. So we're actually going to start the judging process actually on the hour. So that will be in 13 minutes because I think the bakers will be working quite hard for the last hour and a half. So if they want to take a little bit of a break. And as I say, the judging process will be starting on the hour if you want to come back for that. How are you doing, bakers, actually? Just very quiet, tired thumbs up, which is everything, right? Doesn't it?
It's very hot in here.
Yeah, my kitchen's very warm.
Yeah, I am struggling.
Also, everything was the wrong temperature, so everything was too warm and then melting, and then.
Another good thing about not having you all in the same room, otherwise it would be hotter.
Yes.
The good thing about being here, so right next to the balcony, is we currently have the window open. So yes, it is warm on this side, but it's also simultaneously cool on this side, which is quite nice. Yeah. I was thinking, like, while we're taking a nice little break away from the baking, do we want to go and see like the other audience questions that we had earlier and see if anybody who's willing to answer any of them? But of course, bakers, if you need to step away, have a little sit down and cool down, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, what do you think about that, Krista?
Yeah, I think that could be fun. We did get a bunch of good questions. And I mean, if you wanted to put more in the chat.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, because like the really cool thing is like it's really great to have like some aces on the stream. So it's quite nice to like learn about and see different aces. So let me just have a look through the chat to see what questions that we had previously. Actually, we had the what is your favorite dragon, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Does anybody on the stream have a favorite dragon?
I have one. It's Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon because I am obsessed with that franchise. Thank you. I'm very sad that like there aren't new installments coming out anymore. But the Netflix TV show that they made for a while is quite good. So
that's a very good answer. I think that's a really, really good answer. I'm also thinking the dragon from Shrek is a good dragon. I've forgotten their name, but I do like.
Does it have a name? I think it was just called Dragon the whole time.
I think it's just Dragon.
Oh yeah, like Donkey's Donkey.
Yeah,
that's a really good point.
My partner and I did a Shrek marathon a while back where we watched all of the different Shrek movies, and the first two hold up so well. After that, it gets a little, but the first two. Anybody else have a favorite dragon?
I'll represent my sword and say Smaug from The Hobbit. There's not many like dragons I can think of the name of, to be honest, other than the ones that have already been mentioned. I quite like the gem dragons in D&D. A fun type of dragon.
Yeah, I haven't played a ton of D&D, but I did like a campaign and a couple of one-offs, and my main complaint is that there's a lot more dungeons than there are dragons. Like I was promised both in equal numbers. Do not get that anyway.
Dungeons are universal, dragons are more like capstones quite often.
That's true, but what if you had just like a little pet dragon? What if you could just like get a little friendly dragon to follow you around? That'd be fun.
That'd be quite good. Yeah. I think we're gonna have somebody come on to like actually talk a bit about acecon. It's Marissa. Hello.
Hello. Sorry, I couldn't remember which buttons to press, but hi everybody. Thank you all for coming here and being a part of the first ever Ace Baker. Special shout out to our bakers, by the way. Couldn't do this without you, and to our judges. This has been so entertaining to watch. Wanted to just kind of step back a sec though and just talk a little bit about what Ace Baker is funding, which is acecon. And also to just remind everyone that you can go and look at the link in the description so you can sign up. Before I get into it, though, who here has actually been to acecon? Who here has some fun memories from UK acecon? Including the judges and the bakers.
That's a good question. I remember I think it was back, so when it was in 2020, so I sort of was figuring out my identity a little bit, and we were using GatherTown for that particular conference, and I was really shy and really in the closet, so I had like my video off. I would not normally be like this in any other context, and being really, really shy, but I just remember everyone being so nice, and one of the first people I actually spoke to when I joined the GatherTown was somebody from the Philippines, because I heard their voice and thought, is it because of their accent? And then I spoke to them, and they're the reason why I was able to find the Filipino Asexuals Discord server. So that's a really positive memory. It was like somebody I was not expecting to come across, and since has led to really, really positive things. So yeah, that's one of my experiences of acecon.
I love that. Yeah, I mean, definitely my whole thing with it is it's how we're building community. It's how we're getting to know each other better and getting to know more about what's going on in the ace world. So yeah, if you want to just meet other aces, absolutely worth going. If you want to go and maybe listen to Daniel's panel that was mentioned that we're hopefully doing, absolutely do that. I'm going to be listening in. And there's going to be so many others based on different, there's basically going to just be a topic that is going to interest everyone, be it something related to gender or race, or there's a whole bunch of topics coming up related to like I'm trying to think without saying specifics, but there's a whole bunch coming up. Some that you've seen before, some that are new, some that are a little bit more specific. So if you had a fun time in the past, you're going to have a fun time now. And if you've never gone, well, you're also going to have a fun time. So I'm completely biased because I love it and am going, but definitely think you should too. And if you enjoyed this, you're going to enjoy that. And this is definitely something we maybe want to do again going forward. So if we get more people interested in this, it helps us fund the conference. Then we get to keep doing more of this and doing more of the conference. And that's kind of the the best train right there, right? Getting to do all of it. So definitely we would love to get some feedback from all of you about what you thought of this event once we're done, which I realize we haven't actually judged it yet. So you know, we might be in for a surprise. I know who I'm rooting for. I told the three of them earlier. I'm rooting for all of them. I think they all did a great job. But your feedback, we also would love to know if you have any accessibility concerns coming into the conference. There is a link for that. So definitely reach out to us. We would love to hear from you, and we want to make this conference all it can be because we're ACE and we make everything ACE amazing. So. And I think we have, oh, no, we did not have the other comment. Never mind. But yeah, does anyone else have any memories they want to share about the conference, or does anyone have any questions about the conference that we could help answer?
I mean, it's hard to just pick one memory. Because there's just a lot of like little interactions that make it so lovely. Because like, I don't know, we have some really cool panels, we have some really cool discussions, but really it's the community that makes it so much fun to go to. And it's all this sort of like, you run into someone and you start a conversation, and that's what makes it a lot of fun. Also just want to highlight Marissa's here because she's part of our tech team for this event.
Oh, yeah.
She's been doing things behind the scenes, and we love her for that. So big round of applause for Marissa. She's also been working really hard on the accessibility end of things and making sure we get captions and stuff like that. And we're also going to have that for the conference. And again, accessibility is a priority for us. If you have any concerns or questions about that, definitely let us know.
And on that note, I also just want to give a shout out to the rest of the tech team, which consists of Kahoo and JB and Keith, and you all are amazing. Also, thank you to our captioners for the event, Andrew and Tara. You guys have been amazing. Again, you can see those captions over in the link on the bottom. And we're going to try and get them up on YouTube. That's just us needing to figure out how to get it back up on YouTube. So we're going to figure that out in time for the conference. And yeah, so thank you all for pointing that out earlier too. And we're going to try and, like I said, figure that out. But yeah, I mean, honestly, just working on this together, we've all kind of gotten to get to know each other better. I make fun of Daniel all the time now. So like, it's definitely, and I definitely think that's a side effect of getting to, you know, be a bigger part of the ACE community. You get to know everyone better. Me and Maddie only met face to face this morning, and I feel like we're going to have a lot more conversations after this. So, and then Krista and Sarah, of course, they always help with everything. So I don't know where Paolo went, but seems cool too. So this is why they keep me on towards until the end, because. But yes, I think Paolo maybe ran away because we're about to start the judging. But Paolo, I believe in you. You can come back.
He just needed to cool off a little bit because it's quite warm in the kitchen. So he's literally out on the balcony as we speak. Yeah, so we were talking earlier about like the oh, there he is. Actually, I'll tell you something really a nice thing about Paolo. He was one of the first people I came out to. We've been friends for like 5 years now, I realize. Yeah, 5 years. We met through our profession, sort of science communication. And he was just like one of the first people. When I think the following Christmas, he made me like a zine, and it was called the queer agenda. And it was just like really like lovely, positive affirmations. Like, yeah, he's just been a really good friend to me. And there he is.
And there he goes.
Well, if that's not deserving of bonus points in the contest, I don't know what is. But I'm not a judge, so I will see myself out because I know we're about to start the deliberations, and I believe the bakers are going to be sending over pictures of their cakes to help us. All right, awesome. All right, thank you all.
Thanks, Marissa.
Now what button? This one. Bye.
Which one's the button I need to leave? Because you also don't want to completely leave as well.
Yeah. Parting is such sweet sorrow. All right, so we need to get Hallow back, and then we're just about on time to start the judging process.
I think he's there. Are you coming back?
I am.
There he is. All right, so it is time to start judging. Should we go in the same order we've been going in, I guess? Daniel, do you want to present to us your cake?
Yeah, so it was an interesting process. What was over there? So I'm going to move the camera down in a second. Because how do I do this? Down there?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, so once again, it does look more purple in person. Where's the knife? But the problem was that I didn't make the icing thick enough, so then it's all just kind of melted down the side. And it was supposed to have like a chocolate drip stuff around the side, but that didn't go very well either. I'm hoping when I cut into it.
Ooh. It looks very fluffy.
The anticipation.
I just need to get another plate to take this off. Is that gonna? It's got stuff inside.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh, that's amazing!
What a lovely surprise!
Yes, I hollowed out the cake, and then to prove that I have used the Haribo that I bought, here is the weird gummy sauce I'm going to subject myself to. There we go. That looks terrible.
It looks like bubble gum.
But I'm sure it will be nice. I say. You know, I
putting
thought
the whole thing on the slice. That's bold.
Is this the part where I eat it, or?
Yeah, I guess take a bite. Tell us how it is.
Yeah. So I'm just going to take a photo of the slice of cake as well for later. Come on, phone, take photos. There we go. I didn't prepare this. Ah. Right. So, camera high enough to use to see my expression. So I'll get some of the weird Haribo sauce as well. It's very weird eating on camera. It's also incredibly sweet. But it's nice. The cake's good. Do you want me to continue like this? Someone please chime in.
Yeah, give us more details. How's the sauce taste? How's the icing?
The sauce is kind of like a very tacky, pure sugar. It kind of feels like you should be chewing it, but you can't because it's kind of a liquid. The black currant jam that's inside, because I did a Victoria sponge, but I did black currant jam in the middle, gives a nice tartness to it. And then there's the crunch from these little sugary chocolate things that I've added to it. So it does have a range of textures. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It's a cake. Or
How would you describe the ace themedness of your cake?
So the ace theming was mainly in the color, which doesn't show very well on camera. I'll send a picture in a minute that it is purple. And these... This is what I put inside, which are like purple and white and silver little sugar balls, I guess. So I thought that kind of mimicked the ace flag colors. Any other questions?
I don't think
Yes, we're good.
I think we're good, yeah. And anybody who's watching us, tell us what you think about each of the bakes in the comments, you know.
People should predict
I won't
who's going to win.
if I lose because it was a disaster.
I thought that sounded great. Okay, so we need to think about the different criteria. So just a reminder of that. Does this fit the definition of a baked good? Yeah? Yeah?
I would call that a baked good.
Yeah.
It's a cake.
It is
very baked.
Okay. The second bit on the criteria, cooking methodology. I think this is very interesting cooking methodology, especially the you said Haribo that you're adding on top.
So the Haribo was the gummy sweet that was in the thing. So I melted them into that weird sauce that I put on. I put it in a pan with a little bit of water so it wouldn't burn.
Oh.
And then it melted down into a sauce that I could put on the cake.
I see.
I will note though, we didn't put it on the whole cake, just on that slice.
Yes.
Okay. And we had the bits in the middle as well. Love that little touch there as well. Anything else about the methodology, Krista?
I don't know. He used an oven.
Yes.
I did indeed use
He did use an oven. Okay. The third is it edible? Which, if Daniel's still eating the cake, then that sounds like it is edible.
I am still eating the cake.
Yeah, I would call that edible.
It's just very stringy, so I keep on making a mess with this sauce stuff that I decided to make for some reason.
Kind of makes me think about when you get the cheese pulls. That's what it makes me think of, but cake. Yeah.
Which is like the sweet version of a cheese pull. Haribo pull.
And we are big fans of cheese.
And then I think the final criteria is appearance.
I think it's pretty.
Would you like to see it again?
Yeah, look at the top of that. That's very decorative.
Yeah, and the fact you got it in the inside as well. Mm-hmm. And extra points can be awarded for ace themedness.
In theory, it's purple.
I'll post it to the Discord now
okay,
because it does look more purple.
Okay. Okay. I think we'll be able to judge off that because I think that's fair. Okay. Great. Okay. Let's see. Have you got any? Oh, so we got a comment that says, "I like the hidden pearls inside the cake. Great job." Yeah, I really like that as well. Yeah. Cool.
Very strong contender for Ace Baker, I think.
Okay. Well, thank you, Dana.
Should we move on to the next one?
Yeah. Should we go and see Maddie's cake?
Yeah. So I have my cake down here, and we've got the black on top, gray, and then in theory there's a layer of white and a layer of purple, but they've all kind of melted together. And we have a little dusting of toasted almonds because it is an almond and raspberry flavored cake. So we'll see now the big reveal if the inside actually looks like a bi flag. I think I need a bigger knife to... All right, so we have, it's turned out an interesting color. It's more of a like teal than a blue and kind of yellow than pink. But the purple really is purple, so that's something. The middle is a mascarpone raspberry filling, and the cake itself is almond. And now I taste. Also, I have like black dye all over my hands now, so that will need to be washed off. So I have some of the filling and the cake. In the filling is where I put the gummy sweets as well. I will say, because the cake is still warm, because I didn't let it properly cool, the middle is like this kind of warm, kind of like cream cheesy like frosting, which is absolutely delicious. This is definitely edible. I've not yet gotten to a gummy sweet though, so I think I need to do a bit of digging. But I chopped them up, so they might have gotten a bit melted. So yeah, it was baked in an oven. So it's a baked good. And I guess I'll leave the rest of the judging to you guys, and I'll sit here and eat some cake.
Fantastic. We've actually had a comment come in, and it says, "Great decorating job, Maddie. Given you had a tool taken from you at the last minute." Yeah. I don't know about you, Krista, but I'm really hungry. Like genuinely, really, really hungry.
Hearing about all this without getting cake is horrible.
Right. Go through the criteria. Does this fit the definition of a baked good? Yeah. Cookie methodology. I really like the idea of having a different colored flag on the inside and outside. Really, really love that. And you did use an oven and also had a tool taken from you from the last minute.
Yeah. I also like the gummies as part of the filling, like chopped up small, I think could add some texture, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Anything else with methodology? Or is it edible? Well, Maddie's still eating, so yes.
For the sake of honesty, I will say I put a lot of dye in the black bit of the icing, and so that bit doesn't taste as nice as the rest of it. Just to give you a bit of more of the experience. But it doesn't taste bad. It just has a little bit of bitterness to it.
Yeah, that can sometimes happen with food dye. Yeah, thank you for your honesty. Okay. And appearance.
Yes, good. I love the two flags as well. That's so pretty.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I know you said that you were hoping to get a bit more color at the bottom, but we could see like what you were going for. Love the purple bit in the middle as well. I think that's really smart considering like the proportions of the bi flag, like with that being the thinner bit. Very nice. And if we have extra points, can be awarded for ace themeness. I feel like, this is also on ace theme as well. Fantastic. Yeah. Great. And just a reminder for anybody watching, please tell us what you think about the bakes that the bakers have done. But yeah, fantastic job so far. Finally, we're going to come over to Paolo. Why don't you talk us through your bake?
Okay, right. Okay, so basically, the first one, what I attempted to do is to make a garlic bread out of Madeira cake. And okay. And that's the first cake. So it's supposed to be garlic bread or garlic bread looking, which is okay, kind of there. And then I made another one, which was supposed to be another version of a garlic bread, but with a filling. It's just, I mean, that's the good side. So yeah, I mean, if we cut into it, nothing's gonna happen because I didn't think about that. So thank you, everyone. I mean, there's a bit purple. I'm very proud of the purple, actually. That's a viewer. That's a good one. Okay, so shall we eat it? Let's see. Okay. That's right. Okay. I'd say it's edible. I would give that comment. Yeah. And I put the gummy bear, the gummy bears. I had gummy worms, and I put them in the sauce, which is with like a whiskey sauce and some lime in it.
Great, thank you. I knew what sort of thing you were going for, but when you revealed like the second one, I was like, okay, that was not what I was expecting at all. Also, the fact you said it's a good side. That's the beauty of doing live stream on camera. But yeah, right. Should we go through the different criteria?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's see. So, does this fit the definition of a baked good?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Cooking methodology.
In
an oven. Yeah.
Oh, he was whisking by hand at some point. That takes some effort.
Mm-hmm. And I think was making some sauces on the stove, to what I remember as well.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. What did you do with the gummy worms? Just thinking about what Daniel and Maddie talked about. What did you do with the gummy worms, Paolo?
Yeah. So to make the garlic bread looking, well, like a garlic bread, I guess. I made like a little sauce with whiskey and sugar and lime, and then I added the gummy worms, which actually made it a little bit orangey, which is interesting.
Interesting. Okay, interesting cooking methodology. Is it edible? So we're going to base it on nods. I'm also going to try it later as well, but I feel like if I was to do that now, that wouldn't be fair judging, to be fair, although I am quite hungry. I'm not going to lie.
That is true. It would be silly if you showed up over in Paolo's video screen and took a bite.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be quite fair. And then what's the last? Appearance. So we saw two there. I thought the first one, when I saw it, I was like, that does look like a garlic bread.
Yeah. It did.
Yeah. So Ace approved, as in like an Ace, like it looks like a garlic bread. Yes. And extra points can be awarded for Ace themeness. So we had the Ace flag, as well as the garlic bread itself. Like, actually, just anybody on the screen, are you a garlic bread Ace or your cake Ace, or both? Why not both?
Yeah. Can have both. I would consider myself both.
Was that to us?
Yes, sorry, I should have been a bit more clearer than this. Would you say you're a garlic bread Ace or a cake Ace, or both?
A bit of both, probably more a cake Ace, but garlic bread is great.
Maddie is bi.
That makes sense.
I was trying to find I have a garlic cookbook, and I also have a cake cookbook. So I was going to show them both, but I can't find the garlic cookbook. So I like them both for different reasons, because you can't have like cake as a savory thing beside a pasta, but you can't I suppose you could celebrate a birthday with garlic bread.
Okay. Cool. So those are all three bakes. Also, just seeing some of the comments, bakes are all amazing. I've got another comment here which says, although the color didn't turn out the way you wanted to, the colors inside the cake are bright and fun. I like that the frosting has the ace-like colors as well. Great job. I love those concepts. The garlic cake really appeals to me because it seems to say, not judge a book by its cover. Ace comes in all kinds of flavors, but we are all amazing. Great job. Oh gosh, this is so wholesome. Thank you, Danny. That was so wholesome. Wow. Oh, I love this. Which is totally what you were going for, Paolo, right? All along.
Yeah. Paolo is an artist and definitely intends all interpretations of his work.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I think we've got a lot to think about, Krista. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually go off screen and have a little chat about the bakes. But in the meantime, I think we might be able to bring them back on screen. So you all will get to enjoy it. But just a round of applause for our wonderful, wonderful bakers on such a wonderful job. I think they were all so brilliant. Made them in an hour and a half, which is not, it sounds like a long time, but it's really not. And I would eat all of them. I would happily, like, even though I can't taste them from here, or maybe, well, I'll lose one probably later, but I would eat all of them very, very, very happily. So yeah, so we're just going to wait to see if they're going to come on screen. But let's see in the meantime. Oh yeah, there we go. And myself and Krista are going to disappear for a little bit. So, hello everybody. We have been doing some deliberating. It was a difficult because I loved all of them.
Yes, they're all so wonderful. It was a hard decision. We were going back and forth. For
Yeah. Yeah, but we are going to tell you what our decision is. But just to let you know that if you would like to say who your favorite is, we are actually going to have a poll, which I think is going to be added at some point. So you get to have a say on who you think is the winner. But in the meantime, just thank you so much for joining us this far. For those who've been watching all the way through or just joined us, we are now about to actually just go through in alphabetical order what we really loved about the bakes. So if we start with Daniel, what did we like about Daniel's bake, Krista?
Oh, okay. Well, the main thing we loved was the surprise confetti on the inside. That was very creative, very well done. And the fact that the it's also on the top as well as on the inside. It brings the whole piece together.
Yeah. And I thought, like, for me personally, I really like the creative use of like melting down the gummy worms, not the gummy worms, the Haribo to put on top. I thought that was I've never seen a cheese pull in sweet form before. So I thought that was just wonderful. So thank you so much, Daniel. Maddie, what did we like about Maddie's cake?
Okay, well, we love the fact that there's two flags, one on the outside, one on the inside. And the fact that they're your two flags really gives it a very nice personal touch to the cake. It quite literally is you in cake form, and that's really cute and really adorable.
Yeah, like I really, really loved that as well. And just also like how clean the lines are, considering that the cakes were warm and how you're able to get it to really look like an ace flag, I thought was really fantastic. And then finally, we have Paolo, who is an ace, but has really, really took on like the community symbols, didn't he, Krista?
Yeah. The fact that you could have both cake and garlic bread at the same time is really wonderful because then you can consume two ace symbols at the same time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So thank you. Thank you to all of our wonderful bakers. As I said, if the audience, you get to have a chance to who you think is your favorite. I think the link is being put somewhere. If anybody from the tech side of things want to confirm this for me, where that's going, I think it might be put in the comments section. But you can have a say on who you think is your favorite out of the three. Really fantastic bakes. Now, I think, is it time to crown our ace baker? Do you think so? Okay, do you want to do a little drum roll?
All right, and the first ever ace baker is Maddie!
Congratulations, Maddie. Sadly, we don't have a crown to send to give to you physically across the camera. Just imagine a crown on your head, and the scepter is like a wooden spoon, but with the ace flag colors.
Or it's your sword.
Or sword. Why not? We did really enjoy these bakes. They were so fun to watch, and also we just thought, as I say, it was really, really hard to judge this one, wasn't it? So just thank you so much. I think we have a link that's been added to the comments section, so you can have a say on who your favorite bake was. There it is there. Bakers, is there anything that you actually Maddie, seeing as you're the winner, anything that you would like to share?
Speech.
Yeah, your fully prepared speech that we did tell you about that you had to prepare. No, just kidding. Anything you'd like to say, Maddie?
Oh, well, I'm super honored to be the very first ace baker, and so happy to be part of this event and being able to just kind of bring more visibility to asexuality and kind of the combination of also being bi into that and showing the different cakes. Because I do get a lot of people that ask like, oh, how can you be both? So they're really great to be able to be here and meet all of you guys. And I'm really rambling now, so I will kind of stop there.
Thank you, Maddie. And Daniel and Paolo, anything that you would like to say?
Yeah, it was fun participating in this, despite how everything melted. Yeah, I agree. Maddie's cake was really great. Well, everyone's cake was really great, to be honest. Even though I was confused why Paolo just revealed a garlic bread, and I was like, wait, no, that's a cake. It just looks very much like a garlic bread. So yeah, I think everyone did really well. They should be proud of themselves, their baking prowess.
Yeah, I just hope for world peace, really. But no, just checking. Yeah, no, I think it was really fun. I had a really great time. Actually, it's been a while since I made a cake, and with actually some icing in it. So I'm really excited to eat it and just munch into it. But yeah, it's been really, really fun. And congratulations, Maddie. The cake looks amazing. I want it.
Okay, thank you, bakers. Now we're just going to watch a quick video, and then afterwards, you could anybody who wants to write any comments, any questions in the comments section for any of our bakers, but also like for me and Chris, if you do want to ask us any questions, just any questions for the bakers. But also, if you have any questions about the ACE conference that is happening next month on the 10th and 11th of September. So I think if we have the video ready, we are going to play that now.
Yeah, don't forget.
Well, folks, that, as they say, is it. The participants fought long and hard, or at least for 1.5 hours, but in the end, there can only be one winner. Or more than one winner. The point is, not everyone can win, so in the end, some people have to lose. I think that's the moral of the story here anyway. But being more serious, we hope you enjoyed the bake-off as much as we enjoyed making it. I should say that, as you've probably guessed at this point, something like this does not just spring into existence. To that end, I would like to give a massive thank you to all of our participants and volunteers, being Barefoot Backpacker, Krista, Daniel, Ed, Jess, JV, Keith, Kuhu, Mazzy, Marissa, Mick, and Sarah. They've all put in an incredible amount of hard work, and they may never want to see a baked product again, which, on balance, is probably something of a tragedy for an asexual. So we should have gone with a different contest. Watch the space for 2023 origami. Still, we can't undo what has been done. So in the interest of moving swiftly on, I would like to thank our other hugely important participants. You! Thank you so much for watching, participating, and donating. Give yourselves a pat on the back. You're the real heroes here. Because, being serious for a moment, not only have you allowed us to pull off a really fun event for the asexual community, you've also allowed us to set up and run the Asexuality Conference. As I said at the start, this event is designed to promote greater discussion of and education on asexuality. It's also an opportunity for people in the community to get to talk to each other and meet each other. Virtually, but you know what I mean. We know people who have attended in the past have enjoyed it and found it useful, so we're super keen to keep it going for as long as the community finds it valuable. Thanks to you, we're able to do so. If you would like to donate to the conference, you can do so on the link below. Sadly, we can't accept any more bake-off themed required challenges, but don't let me stop you from making them. Maybe someone will spot it and feel inspired. If you would like to know more about the conference, please go to our website at www.ukacecon.org, which can also be found below. The website will be updated as more things get finalised. If you have any questions, you can also email ukacecon2022@gmail.com. And finally, if, after watching this, you think you might like to help with the conference, or even if before watching this you thought you might like to help with the conference, don't let me restrict you by time, please email ukacecon2022@gmail.com, which is the same email that you can email if you have questions. It's multi-purpose. We're always keen for more volunteers, whether that's paneling, leading, discussions, moderating, tech, accessibility, what I tend to do, which is just make a load of comments and bad jokes, up to you. If you want to help, please just let us know. We'd be delighted to have you. But anyway, folks, it has been an absolute blast. Thank you all for being such a wonderful audience, and hopefully we'll see you soon on the 10th of September at the Asexuality Conference. Thank you and goodbye.
I just love like us coming back and you just dancing. That's the kind of vibes we got going on today.
Yes.
I just want to say to anybody who's watching, thank you so much for your really, really lovely comments about the bakers, but also, I saw someone here from Danny Z. Please do this again, Team Avon. So it's really nice to know that you enjoyed this as well, because it is the very first Ace Baker. And feel free to ask us any questions, just to any of us, but also about the Asexuality Conference in general. If you have any queries about how it's going to be run, or if there's anything you could be worried about, or anything that would actually be helpful for us to know, feel free to write it in the comments section.
Don't forget, we got a Twitter poll going, so you can pick your own winner of the Ace Bake Off, and don't forget to register for the conference.
Yes, register. You can register now. We haven't quite announced the program yet, but it's coming together and it's going to be great. It's going to be 2 days. So, usually, you get some conferences that may not actually do a full 2 days of content, and lots of really cool panels that you can go into, discussions you can have with the community. Just anybody who's on here on screen at the moment, why do you think that having an asexuality conference is needed in the first place? Actually, just what would be your personal view on it?
I'll start, I guess. Number of different reasons is it builds community, so we get to talk to other aces across the world, really, even though it's the UK AceCon, is open to anybody anywhere, so that's always very exciting. And then also we get to highlight different intersectional identities that exist within the ace community, because the ace community is not a monolith, as we know, and we'll get to highlight a bunch of different voices, and that should be a lot of fun to be able to hear from people who belong to different communities and their experiences with it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a great answer. Maddie, I saw that you're muted.
Yeah, I was going to say something pretty similar. Like, these sorts of conferences are really great, especially with smaller communities like the ACE community, where you get to realize that you're not alone. You might not know other asexuals near you, but being able to come together and see other people who think like you, and that's a real gift.
Lovely answer, Maddie. Daniel, you've unmuted. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that I think bringing together lots of different aces to talk about their experiences opens up more nuanced conversations than you can usually have about the ace spectrum and intersectionality within the community. And I think that having a place where people can come together and have those conversations is really valuable for educational purposes, but also for bringing those conversations up within the community.
I love that. Yeah, that's one of the things I've really benefited from being in the ACE community myself, is those nuanced conversations. It's kind of going past the 101. The 101 is really important, really good. But at some point, there's like, well, actually, I don't know. I feel like I kind of got a grasp of the 101. Like, what next? Yeah. I realize, Paolo, that you're not someone who's part of the ACE community. But if you were to go to the Asexuality Conference, which anybody could attend, what would you like to learn actually about the ACE community? Like, what sort of things do you feel like you would like to get out of the conference if you were to go?
First of all, I think these spaces are really important to bring people together and have an understanding of each other, and also understanding how we can move as a community. And really, how do you create as a community, but in general, how do communities can move forward together and create action? So I think that's fantastic. I think I would love to understand more of, first of all, people on the mainstream media, or for example, what characters are there any heroes out there that are ace, or are there, what's the representation, or I guess ace people who are on the asexuality spectrum, really represented, which I imagine there's not that much. But I think, how do we, what's there and how can we create more?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there have been some panels previously about representation. Oh, there's a cat! Sorry.
Look
Just
at
like
the
that.
baby.
We've had 2 pets, and we've had a dog and we've had a cat.
I
Those are very
just
creepy cats.
because they want some food, so I'm going to bring them on.
What is Cat's name?
So that's Willow. Sushi's also here, but she's might not come on. Continue talking, and I might bring the other cat on in a minute.
Okay, I'm up for that. We have Marissa back.
Oh, I just came for the cats. I actually wanted to just step in and to add to all the great things you all are saying. If anyone here wants to get involved, we're always looking for more people to get involved with the conference too, whether it's helping on this end and planning events, whether it's helping to head a panel or just come up with ideas or just go through the minutiae of the things that kind of need to get done in advance. So I'm going to read this aloud because I always forget which one. If you would like to get involved, you can reach out to ukacecon2022 at gmail.com. You can also go and sign up on the form that you'll see, and there's an option there where you can also mention your interest. But if you're sure you want to get involved in a specific capacity, feel free to reach out to that email. We would love to have you. It takes a lot of people to put these events together, and the more people we get, the more donations we get, the more fun things we get to do, and the more of us get to enjoy them. And the bigger our ACE community and our ally community and the general queer community gets to, the bigger we get to grow and the closer we get to grow. So, and it looks like, oh, nope. We do not have a comment. Never mind. But yeah, does anyone else have any questions? Does anyone maybe want to get involved? Thank you for listing that email. That was a good idea. If you do want to get involved and have questions, again, you can feel free to reach out to that email. Yes, but we can mention that person who just messaged me. 1 second. We are happy to announce that we've gotten some funding. We can't actually announce the full amount yet because it hasn't uploaded yet or updated yet.
There was a brief view of Sushi, but she didn't want to be on camera.
I will say we've raised around £500 from this alone, and obviously that's awesome. We would love to raise some more. It goes towards the tech. It goes towards making everything more accessible. It goes towards being able to offer more things and doing events like this. So please share news of the conference far and wide. Please feel free to share this video with people too. And keep on voting. That poll is currently open until the end of the week. So who knows? Like it said in the video, maybe we'll end up having 2 winners, or maybe Maddie will just double win. So we can't do that without you all voting, though. So thank you all for watching, and thank you all for voting, and thank you all for being part of the community. And I will let our judges have final there. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Do you love it with, like, you know, with StreamYard, you can just have people disappear and then disappear?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. All right, I guess, I don't know. Don't forget the donation links are still open. You can still contribute to the conference. You can still register for the conference, which is very important. You can still vote on your favorite Ace Baker. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think so. Are we saying goodbye?
Yeah.
Bye. Just bye. Thank you all so much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure having you. Absolute pleasure having the bakers. Thank you to our bakers, Daniel, Maddie, and Paolo. But also just want to say thank you to my wonderful co-host and co-judge, Krista. You've been wonderful to have today.
And thank you to our tech team. Thank you to our captioners. Thank you to everybody who donated for making this possible.
Yes, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Okay, well, I hope everybody has a lovely rest of your day. Take care now.
Bye.
Bye.